Okay, good evening, everybody. Hope I got email. No, I had a couple things I had to do, and I don't have audio. All right, let me get a studio audience. Now I got to set up the headphones. Yeah, that's set up. Huh? Wonder why it's not working. Well, oh, okay. For some reason, my meter's not working, but if you guys can hear me, that's fine. Uh, the reason I'm late is I had a couple things I had to do, and now somebody's sending me, I've got to go over to my email real quick. So let me see if I've got. Nope, I don't have the other video set up yet. And let me do this real quick. So, how's everybody's day been? Mine was about normal. I've got had a kind of a busy day. All right. One of these days I'm gonna learn how to use Studio. There we go. I'm not understanding There we go. Okay, well, we got 30 people in here. That was the last half of my stream last night, and I've got a Gmail check. Let me see. Oh, this is interesting. I'm gonna try and get this up and running. Not sure how I can work on that. Bear with me, folks. I just can't. You could call this breaking news, but let me bring this up. Kind of, sort of breaking news is okay. That's page one. Okay, that takes care of page 1. And page 2. Huh? Okay, I hope the person that's sent me this is listening, because I'd like an explanation for this. This is weird. I'm going to read. I downloaded the file, but I'm going to check the body of the Gmail and says what's being said about this. Well, that is the house, believe it or not. Okay, now. Okay, let me go back. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I just read that. You folks are going to love this one. I've got to get this thing in the room. So bear with me. Breaking news on Witness 1. Okay, well. Alrighty. What you guys are going to start seeing, I'm going to enlarge this so it's readable. Okay, is everybody able to read that? I can make it bigger if I have to. Boy, this is very unprofessional, but gotta do what you gotta do. Alright. So I'm gonna let this settle. Well, I hope you're a good cook. Yeah. This thing does record. Alright, I was just sent this in email, or in Gmail. And this guy is suing the Republican National Committee. And let's go down. Plaintiff Bruce Frederick Nathan, pursuant to rules of civil court, hereby moves this honorable court for entry of an emergency temporary restraining order. Number 1, on June 18th, defendant Fox News Network scheduled a live debate. Plaintiff is discriminatory, unconstitutionally disparatory in violation of USC as referenced above. Okay. I have no idea what this is about. Whoever sent this thing, I wish she'd explain it. But let me do this. Go down. Image. Plus. Whoops. Sorry about that. Let's see if we go back here and hit image. I have got to learn how to use this software. Okay, now what's going to be interesting in a minute here. Okay. I'm not under, this is telling Fox News that need to quit being discriminatory. Now, what is interested is right there. You're going to see under E clause license number 443-079, bar number 032-02154. That is not a valid bar number. So basically, if I read this correctly, Christopher Hallett is impersonating a lawyer. This is a felony. Not that long. I have a Wheels Up tomorrow, so I'm probably around midnight or so is going to be it. I'm going to judge it according to how many people are in here and what I'm able to do. Yeah, what's funny is I've been singing that tune for weeks. I had planned on using this a long time ago, and I wasn't going to use the recording, and I'm going to show you how I was going to do it. I have a little something that I was going to put together here, and this is originally how I was going to. Yeah, let's see how this works. Believe it or not, I'm using a kazoo, and I'm not very good at kazooing. This is a blue kazoo. It's not kazooing. Why isn't it kazooing? Yeah, I'm giving up on that one before I make a complete idiot out of myself. But what I did is I got a blue kazoo, and I was going to do this in kazooology here, but I don't know how to use the damn thing. So I got a blue kazoo here that I can't blue kazoo. I'm going to have to practice with this thing, I guess. Yeah, you go on YouTube and you hear the people kazooing away, and they do a great job. I get on this thing and I sound like a dead cat. Well, put that over there. But I decided on that particular theme because it fits what's going on here. No, Hallett is in Ocala. That is about 80 miles from where I live. It takes me about 2 hours to get up there. That's where I had my dealership at. No, this document's well, he'd probably go to Stark here in Florida, which is bad as Leavenworth. It's a well, Linda. What I'm telling you is, if you look at that picture, and I'll make it a little bit bigger. if I can. Basically, what I'm saying is Mr. Hallett does not have a bar license, and he's representing himself as having a bar license, which is against the law, and this can get you jail time. Now, notary, I believe this license to the left, this 443079, is his notary number, but he does not have a bar license. He's not a bar certified attorney. He's not licensed, and in the state of Florida, that's not a good thing to be doing. It's a felony. You can be locked up for, I don't know, 2-3 years for each time you do it. But it's an extremely stupid thing to be doing, to be filing this thing in court. Well, I don't know how it is here in Florida. I'd have to have the sender explain this. But that is definitely a violation of the law. Oops, that's not what I wanted, but I'll keep it up there. Let me move. Oh, no, don't do that. I gotta get used to this new monitor. It's trying to get documents in all these different places is how I want to set this up. Put you over here. I'm gonna have to shrink this one a little. Put you. Yeah, that'll work. Well, Esquire, the word Esquire, there's a magazine called Esquire, but the thing of it is, if you use it and you're pretending to be a lawyer, that makes it against the law. As far as the word itself, I don't know. But if you're representing yourself as a lawyer by using the word Esquire, then you are guilty of a felony. Okay, I really want Chrome up here. Alright, let me kind of remind myself of Monty because he's always looking for stuff. And I'm rearranging. One of these days I'm going to get my webcam up and running and you're going to be able to see what I'm doing. But I ran out of time trying to get ready for this production, and so I don't have my webcam set up. That and this place is an absolute mess because I've been doing some rearranging in here. Okay, let me go over and open my Gmail. Oh, okay, we got another one. Yeah, this is the explanation by the person that wrote me. Hallett ran away scared when the clerk demanded in the Middle District Florida bar number and didn't file those required forms. He'd been ordered to file. Judge actually ordered him twice. Judge dismissed this poor man's case because Hallett never filed them or any other document. So he basically wasted the guy's time. And this, I'm going to download this. Okay, and wow, that's cute. I won't. Well, I'm going to have to do this another way. This, for some reason, Chrome doesn't like me. Let me go over here. Get back over there. I think he's running away. Okay, let's bring this back over. Well, whoever Christopher Lynn Hallett is, he's not a bar licensed attorney. Um, what have we got here? Okay. Well, this thing's not going to let me do it. The matter before the court on a status review on July 3rd, 2018, last year. This court entered a related case order and notice of designation in an interested person's order. This order directs parties to file a certificate of interested persons and a corporate disclosure statement. Notice of PDNC of related cases within 14 days of the aforementioned orders. To date, the plaintiff is yet to provide appropriate responses as required. Accordingly, it is ordered that the plaintiff is directed to file a joint certificate of interested persons and corporate disclosure statements and a notice of pendency of related cases later than August 7, 2018. Failure to comply will result in dismissal for failure to prosecute. Done and ordered in chambers in Orlando, Florida, August 1st, 2018. Roy B. Dalton, U.S. District Judge. All right. Now, the explanation that was given for this, Hallett failed to file 2 standard forms required upon any new civil case. Because he didn't know what he was doing, the judge ordered him to file the required forms. All right, let me go back to my inbox. And this is the original document I had up. And going through this, 1, 2, civil cover sheet. Okay, it's got I.S. Christopher Edward Hallett, Esquire. And it's got this Florida notary number GG154748. No bar number. But what I'm gathering from all this is Hallett screwed up, didn't know what he was doing, and the judge dismissed the case. Let me see. Don't know what first means, but I'll go for it. So that was interesting. All right, let me get back over and, basically, Hallett's going to get himself locked up. Uh, and he's not the only one that's going to get locked up by the time this is done. A whole bunch of people are going to get locked up. Oh, I like this one. Alright, let me go back over here. Looks like I'm going to be putting up random pictures for a while. Let's see. Image. Yeah, bar number for share law. Alright, I'll go for that one. Haven't been reading the chat. I've been busy trying to get things sorted out here. Oh, Kim, I didn't know you were in here. Good evening, everybody. This is Kim Picasio. She is the one that caused this gentleman's problems over here in the top left-hand corner, or in your screen, actually. She's the one that sent the documents that we've been reading here, and I'm going to let her explain that one, because a lawyer I am not. But basically, well, Kim sent it to me, Alex. Yeah, she told me she might stop in because she wanted to clear some stuff up about the conversation last night when it came to Chad Cater and the interaction up in East Grand Forks. So, Kim, you're free to text away. Because, Chad and Levi got into a bit of a conversation because Chad wanted to make it clear that he did not give out any information on the whereabouts of Tim. That it was, I guess, an educated guess that everybody knew what he was. It's always good to have clarification from the source. And I can do, excuse me. Okay, did you want me to read out what you sent me in private message? Kim, did you want me to read out the message you sent me on direct message? I always like to clear it before I start reading stuff that people sent me. Well, Tim doesn't tell the truth. I mean, that's a given. Well, I put out there that I'm on the air, fake reality, and it's up to the people to come in. It's nice of people to come in here and listen to this old fart babble for a couple hours. But yes, it is, Riches, because she told me she was going to be coming in the room about 20 minutes ago. It's one of the reasons I was delayed. She sent me that material I put up on the screen, not the field, of course, but the legal crap. All right, I just answered you in DM. I got to scroll down to it because I was looking at your explanation. There. Excuse the typo. Yeah, if everybody subscribes that hasn't subscribed, and I get up to 1,000, I can start streaming mobile. That's some new thing that YouTube put into place. Oh, you're quite welcome, Maryland. I'm just here for the truth. Yeah, matter of fact, I got to sign that petition. That's correct, Sharp. That's generally what the felony is in the case of all these impersonations. Between 10 and 11 years. Okay, that's fine. I got your DM. Okay, let me go down through here. Okay, basically it said that you were sent screenshots of Chad and Levi having a discussion about um, Tim not being on notice. You said that Chad had showed you papers he got for Tim out of his car. They were pre-trial motions to be heard prior to trial that he misunderstood to believe they were filing additional charges against Tim. I explained them and their contents, and then he understood their meaning. Further, if Tim didn't have notice of the 8:30 a.m. pre-trial hearing because he specifically requested the court to snail mail the court docs only to Chad's home address, why didn't he show up at 9 a.m. for the trial? He did have sufficient notice of. He didn't show up at 9 a.m. either. Everyone was in court waiting for him until after 10 a.m. The judge announced she'd recall the case after lunch, too, to see if Tim would appear. He still didn't, so no Tim. If he disagreed with sufficiency of notice of the 8:30 a.m. hearing for whatever reason, why not just show up at 9 a.m. for the trial he admittedly had sufficient notice of? And that's more or less an abridged statement that Kim gave me in direct message. Well, they had pretty well gone over this at the previous hearing, haven't they, Kim? Because I remember we discussed this, and he pretty well knew that he might have some kind of pre-trial thing. What was it? Evidence that he went over that was supposed to be go over about what you and he might say in court, or the prosecution at any rate. Well, and he won't show up voluntarily. They're going to have to bring him in and change it. Linda Timmy may be in a padded cell by the time this is all done. Because he's getting way out of control. Yeah, I agree, Sedona. Yeah, I agree, Tom. I don't, they never planned on showing up in court. Um, he was leaning in that direction, and I guess somebody talked him into it. So, what are you gonna do? Yeah, Kim, I was looking at that civil cover sheet. I couldn't make heads or tails of that thing, and I pretty well get the idea what you were talking about. He just didn't do it right. That's correct, Julie, and it's going to be with investigators more than anything because of all the laws that have been broken. And that's something I wanted to know. Well, yeah, well that's true, fake. That's probably why he's not moving. Because if he goes out and gets pulled over in the state of Minnesota, it's over. Um, yeah, I don't think he owned the car he was driving. I think he was borrowing it, and whoever owned the car decided they wanted it back. Because he hasn't budged from that house in weeks. As a matter of fact, Let's see what he's up to. Okay, 2 hours ago. Wisconsin Bull. Boop. What? No. Wisconsin's Jamie Kloss false flag. One great state goes full shithole. Boy, he is swearing a lot. He's getting on the sex slaves rape to death business. He's got a picture of a naked baby on his page again. Let's see, I'm going to have to... Oh, he's over on his blog. Boy, he is swearing a lot. Well, now he's saying the court file number that was filed in the extradition does not exist in the Florida computer system because it's made up by deep state actors. Where does he come up with that? When the Pierce County Sheriff's Office kidnapped McConnell in front of his Plum City radio station, they didn't have a warrant with him. They got it later from Russia and had a non-existent court number on it. I'm looking at Tim Holmseth's blog over on timothycharleshomseth.com. He'll put entries in his Facebook page, and then you have to go over to his blog to read it. And he's swearing a lot more than he used to, so he's hopping mad. And then he got into the Jamie Kloss case, which was total BS from start to finish. And he's got all these links. And Wisconsin is a shithole. Well, Jimmy's not too happy. But he just went, he put up all these, he's got 1, 2, 3 mugshots. I'm going to take a screen grab of this. You guys can see you can see the graphic he put up. Published this today, a couple hours ago. Kind of interesting. Ugh. That would be funny. Alex, you come up with some interesting ideas. This is, it'll pop up here in a minute, but this is what he wrote about 2 hours ago. Yeah, Astra, God, she tweeted until the wee hours in the morning. I think she's sleeping in now. Claims she's from Texas. Yeah, I believe that. I want to check something real quick. Go down, go down, go down, go down. Nope, still up. Mert, go to church this Sunday. You need Jesus. And she's gotten hooked on this Diana Annapolis. I don't know if she's really contacted him or not. Kind of funny. Uh, well, the thing I don't understand, Kim, is why is Randy even involved in the court system? I thought all she was a tax judge. Tim Holmseth, if you look at the top left-hand corner, that's a screen grab from a blog he put up about 2 hours ago. Yeah. 5:46 p.m. That I don't know what time zone he's filing in. That would be 6:46 if he did it in the Central Time Zone. He right off the bat he goes, "Why is Wisconsin becoming such a shithole?" Probably because you live there, Timmy, or used to. So she's what is Randy? Anything, or she just somebody another Kirk? Somebody. I got the idea, and somebody said she was a tax judge. That's the only reason I mentioned that. Well, it's depends on how he puts it up. So what I've got on here is December 21st, 2019. Yeah, I've got him down here in the bottom. They use that picture a lot. Field McConnell Boeing whistleblower because of that lawsuit he filed about the 9/11 auto transponders. Julia Kirk is in Field's house. He's been there for quite a while now. Because if you watch some of the videos, you'll see Field's quote unquote media room. As far as I know, Timmy didn't have any animals. That's the first time I heard he owned a cat. Sabrina, they probably got together through these far right chats. Uh, Field, Randy, and Tim all live pretty close to each other, and these people just have a habit of finding each other. They just likes attract was a comment that Tim used once, and uh, this is the first time I heard about him owning a cat. How did that come about? God, I'm going to be humming this thing forever. Yeah, that's the picture that was in the article. I cropped it a little bit too much so it doesn't show as. That's the rest of it there. I'm gonna try and lower this a little bit. Yeah. Oh, okay, Richie's. I'm not really catching up with the chat here. I'm running back and forth. These people are way far right of the conservative right. They're out there in outer space someplace. Well, that's all right. I've been humming the song for weeks, so I can't get it out of my head either. That's right. That's how I got the idea for this video. I was going to use the video on or the song on something else, and then it just struck me that it would be appropriate for tonight's chat and for future things I'm going to be doing. Ah, lucky you, Julia. You must have really been happy. Well, Atlas, you never know. I mean, it gets kind of boring over there, so, she had to come up with something to do. It's not a bad looking woman. I mean. Let's see. While I'm at it. Go through down here. Hmm. Huh. Oh, this is the opposite end of town. That's what it is. Okay, I'm trying to do something here. Oh, well, that's not going to work. Something I was looking for. It's not showing up. latest of that extradition order. They got the extension. Everybody might want to know what the next step of now, fake reality. He's not very. What music? I'm not hearing any music. Where are you hearing music? Be right back. I gotta see what's going on. Okay, did we get rid of the music? Yeah, I'm probably not streaming. Okay, hopefully I shut that music off. Okay, can you hear me now? What the heck is going on? Okay, I'm gonna end the stream again. Not sure why it keeps